All right, guys, we're right here with Brandon again, and he's going to run us through a drill that you guys can do at home to improve your shooting skills. So Brandon, why don't you explain to us what we got here?
All right, take it away. What we got is a very simple mechanics exercise that I call the Crazy Sevens. I'm going to talk about the setup and then talk about why I like this exercise and what it works. Pretty simple. You're going to have a 6-inch circle, that is your designated hit zone, and you're going to be shooting it from 7 yards static. What you're going to do in order to set this up is a primary and a secondary weapon system. Each weapon system is going to be loaded up with a 4-round mag and a 3-round mag. Hence, a total of 7 rounds, Crazy Sevens. The idea of this exercise is to load it up and not know which magazine you're starting off with and which one is actually in your oh shit pouch. What you're going to have is on the timer, you're going to come up on the gun and deplete all rounds, not knowing how many rounds you have. Dump that first mag, transition to your lifeline, transition to your secondary weapon system, and again, dump that first magazine, not knowing how many rounds are in that first magazine. Go ahead and do an emergency reload to get that secondary weapon system up. Fire away with 3 final rounds, jam that back into the holster, bring your primary weapon system back up, load it back up with your last mag, and again, finish with 3 rounds. So again, the idea of this exercise is to let loose 1 full magazine, not knowing how many rounds you have, and then fire 3 final rounds with that weapon system. The idea of this exercise is to go ahead and start working unknown round count exercise, because this day and age, all we see is people posting these exercises where they know exactly how many rounds are in the gun, and it's very easy to just work all of your mechanics and keep firing away and work a repetition until you're depleted. A lot of guys go ahead and get that bolt lock back or that slide lock back and oftentimes look at the gun like, I don't know what's going on. For new shooters, this is a great exercise to work nice and slow and work on your hits, and eventually, without knowing how many rounds you have in the gun, pick up on that reciprocating mass of the slide or the bolt locking back, signifying that you have some type of a malfunction or you need to work a reload or a transition or what it is. For those of us who have been shooting for a little while, this kind of negates everything we've been taught by doing bill drills and known round count exercises and gets us out of that picking up on just working our trigger finger. Now we have to work our trigger finger as fast as we can while picking up on those fine physical cues that the gun is giving this. So, any questions?
Nope.
Let's do it.
Let's run it.
All right, I'd like to talk about earlier. Gun is completely empty. I don't know which mag I'm loading in. It could be 4, could be 3, doesn't matter. Same thing with my rifle. I don't know how many rounds are inside this magazine. Could be 4, could be 3. Here we go. On the timer and on you.
All right, shooter ready. Stand by.
All rounds in.
16-2-7.
16-2-7. You saw one of the things that I did there is I'm so used to riding my grip on my pistol so high that I induced the slide not locking to the rear. And because I don't know how many rounds are in it, I went ahead and went for that last shot. Could have been 4, could have been 3, didn't know how many it was. Got a click, went through an immediate action exercise. Upon locking the slide to the rear, I realized I'm out of ammo. I do it often to myself. Go ahead and get that gun back up into action, bring it back, and get the primary back into action. This works all those little flaws that we all have, and it will expose all of them. Shoot ready. Stand by. Three, nice. Back up to 3. All in, 23-51. So for those of you going to be trying this at home, I like to say that brand new shooters should work somewhere between the 20 to 25 second with all in. If you're one of those guys that works professionally around firearms and you actually know what you're doing, try to make it sub 20, try to make it sub 15. A really good standard, what did I make it in?
I don't remember. 16.
16. A really good standard is try to work somewhere between 10 to 15. If you can make it 10 to 15, you're moving. You're moving. But for brand new shooters, try to make it between that 20-25 mark. You're working a lot of mechanics. You're working a lot of processes going from gun to gun. This is a great exercise. This is typically my warm-up exercise.
Yeah.